The black church is completely finished. It's over. It's no longer a place for God. Recently, I saw something happen that involved the black church, and that I just have to talk about it because it's so crazy, it's so stupid. And it made me reflect on history and how this has been going on historically before even me and you were born. So if that sounds good, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, make sure the video, like the video, because we're gonna bounce right into this thing. So recently, Kamala Harris and other politicians have been campaigning in the church, using the Bible, interpreting and using it for their own campaigning promotion purposes. And I'm just, guys, if you know how dirty politics is, not Kamala Harris isn't the only one that did this. Fannie Willis has done this, and of course, when you hear a person like Yada Awakening, right, who recently had a debate with Anton Daniels, who Anton Daniels completely cooked him. I mean, he just sounded like a simp, really, to be truthfully honest. But nonetheless, if you guys knew how dirty politics actually is, you would know that politics and the church don't mix. This is how dirty politics is, right? And this is allegedly. So Kennedy allegedly was set up by his vice president, who is what? LBJ. That's how dirty politics actually is. Word on the street is Eric Adams in New York, the governor of New York, the reason why he's going through his prosecution and getting charged with different stuff is because he was talking mess to the president. So politics is completely dirty. It is corruption at its highest. Anybody that enters politics, you have to be ruthless, you have to be cunning, you have to be manipulative, liar, cheater. All those things are requirements for you to be good at politics. So politics naturally attracts dark triad trait having individuals. And then you're gonna match that with the church, with God, who's supposed to be the perfect being, who's supposed to be about family structure and having civilized and structured society and family units and loving one another and having peaceful. And politics is the complete opposite. And you guys want to mix politics and the church. That's one of the reasons why I say the black church is completely done. It's over. Now, the more I look back at it, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong in the comments section, most of the leaders back in the day, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these political leaders or leaders who were bought and paid for, especially MLK, they were preachers. So this stems from politics. See, now it's today's black people, it's celebrities they use. But back then, since black people were super religious, they would use the church to push their agendas and get their votes. In 2024, they use the celebrities, the athletes, to get your vote. And sprinkle a little bit of church in there for the boomers and a little bit of the Gen Xers that still go to church. That's how they used to get your vote. Preachers used to be promoted in politics because they were bought and paid for by certain political parties on both sides. It just is what it is. So the moment that started happening, it was done right then. But it just reinforced it when I was seeing Kamala and all this other stuff go into the church, right? Another reason why the black church is completely done, it's a smoldering crater, it is on fire, is feminism has reached the church. The strong and independent ideology has reached the church. Now, depending on what scriptures, this is why, let me go back a second. You guys want to know why men are not in the church anymore? It's because of this very reason right here. Feminism has reached the church. It's not about the family. It's not about God. Feminism, strong and independent ideology, has penetrated. Matriarchal values have penetrated the church now. This is why you have these pastors simping for women. When these guys do counseling with marriages, they're going to take the woman's side. This has been documented. Kevin Samuels even had a live stream about this. One of my best live streams that put me on to Kevin Samuels was this very talking point of how feminism has reached the church. And it's really crazy, right? If you're really a Christian or whatnot and you follow that Bible, you know that God puts the man above the woman. The woman is a helpmeet. There is no such thing as woman leadership when it comes to men being over and leading men, because now in these churches we have women pastors, and depending on what, there's certain biblical texts that state that women should never be leaders in the church. But these new age people that want to interpret and say, hey, that's the Old Testament. What we're really supposed to live by is the New Testament and all this other. People are going to take it. That's the thing I hate about human nature. They're going to take something and justify it and find a way to justify it, instead of living according to how the Bible or whatever your religious beliefs are. Instead of just living by that, they have to take the justification. Well, he really meant this and that. And it just twist the words and interpret it to what their agenda is in the church. And so, and then of course, right, this is the reason why men aren't in the church, and there's a reason why it's mostly just women in the church, because their pastors are catering to their audience, and these are women. We even had a pastor recently that was trying to shame black men into voting, and you know, everybody, their whole argument is like this continual argument that men are intimidated by successful, independent women. We're not intimidated. If you're independent, that means you don't need anybody. That means you're self-sufficient. You don't need anybody to help you. You can do it all by yourself. Why would I go somewhere where I'm not needed? And plus, a lot of women think like men nowadays. And so she's just a man mentally in a woman's body. And that's a turn off, because a masculine man doesn't want a masculine woman. A masculine woman is always going to need a King Ahab, always going to need a simping, weaker dude so she can control him. But nonetheless, the church today is just like society, super hedonistic. The pastors are sleeping with the women in the church. This is why they cater to them so much. This is why they cater to, it's just, the church is just another reflection of where the society is headed. It's completely corrupt. It's matriarchal, all of the above. There's no patriarchy whatsoever in the church, even though Christianity and the Bible is based around patriarchy. Completely contradictory. And if you're anybody that sees it in logical, you probably checked out of church a long time ago, or you went to a different kind of church, not the black church, more of a non sequitur. I think that's the correct term for it, if I'm not mistaken. But you guys let me know if you've noticed that the black church has been done, and it's been done for a long time. Comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.